The idea behind X-Mint is we're going to work with X-Mint employees to bring to life all the designs that they wanted to when they were at the mints but never could. Former engraver of the United States Mint, and he said, "Oh, here's a cool thing I've been working on. There's like 3 different companies that have to work together. It's not a simple process to make this." And his wife actually told him, "Why don't you just stop increasing it? Just make it come off the coin, make it come to life." And so he did.
Is that even technically a relief?
That's a good question.
So for the audience, for people who might not be familiar with who Michael Gaudioso is, could you give a little background on him?
Yeah, sure. Michael Gaudioso is the former engraver of the United States Mint, and he was the engraver for the actual eagle, for the Type 2 Silver Eagle that Emily Dempster was the designer for. So he's the guy that actually engraved it for the U.S. Mint, and along with a slew of other coin designs that he had done for them, that I think he's done something like 35, 37, almost 40 coins for the United States Mint, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert on that, but talking with him, he'd shown me pictures of a plaster. I was talking with him because I wanted to have him do some design work for us. And he said, "Oh, here's a cool thing I've been working on," and it was a plaster of this, and it was unbelievable because he brought the image of Walking Liberty basically to life. And he's like, "This is a series I want to do called Coming to Life." I'm like, "That is cool. I want to do something with you on that." Yeah. And his original idea was creating plasters for people, for collectors to be able to like hang on their wall and sort of thing. And I said, "You know what? We need to figure out a way to turn this into a coin."
Right.
And so he sent me both plasters for both sides, and then we sent it off to our minting experts that we challenged them on, because you can't. The production was not going to be able to be standard production because you can't strike this coin because of the overhangs.
Right.
And so there's like 3 different companies that have to work together. It's not a simple process to make this happen at all. But they sent us our first sample back, and we were just awestruck at the level of detail and the quality, and it's just amazing. And what's really cool is being able to take a 2-dimensional flat image of a classic U.S. numismatic design like Walking Liberty, and see it brought to life.
Yeah.
Like until Mike actually did the sculpt, Walking Liberty here didn't have a face, she didn't have a shape. The eagle is almost taking to flight on here.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting what you're able to do now with what we're going to be able to do with this program, of literally bringing the most loved classic American design, numismatic designs to life in a 3-dimensional way, really.
Right. This is sort of like a passion project for Michael.
It was he. If you talk to him, he would say, because when he retired from the Mint, he started freelancing work. He wanted to stay busy, and so he's sculpting. Because he said, if I don't continue to sculpt, you kind of lose your skills at it some. And so he just stayed sculpting. And what he wanted to do was kind of recreate some of what the masters had done in designs, but he wanted to make it better. And so he just kept on like increasing the relief and increasing the relief. And his wife actually told him, "Why don't you just stop increasing it? Just make it come off the coin, make it come to life." And so he did, and that's what this side was. He first did the Walking Liberty, and then he did the Eagle. But that's what he did, and it's just stunning to see like what it looks like. And we put it into coin form, and now the plan is that we are going to do a full series of coins. That we're going to take the most classic designs of U.S. numismatics and bring them to life.
Yeah. My
background is more traditional direct-to-consumer marketing, but I'm a collector myself. I collect sports cards, so I understand the mindset of collectors. Right. It's fun to think about now what we're going to be able to do with all this. And it's also fun that as we've shown this to some really influential numismatists, everyone has absolutely loved it. It's unbelievable what everyone was saying about it. And it's just, you can't, when you have it in your hand, you can't put it down. Like you sit and you just continually sit there and play it and spin it and turn it and you look at it, and every time you look at it, you see a little new detail on it, and it's amazing.
Could you speak a little bit to the production of the coin? What methods are you using to actually get that level of? Is that even technically a relief?
That's a good question. Is it relief? Well, sure, it's relief because it's coming off the coin.
Yeah.
But what is it? And we were talking in the office of how would you describe this? So there's standard relief, and there's high relief. There's ultra high relief and extremely high relief. But this is an ennium; it goes beyond relief.
Okay.
And so that's what we're calling
Beyond
the capability of the technology is beyond relief, and you know we've trademarked it, and because that's really we haven't been able to come up with a better way to say it. That
Yeah.
it's just it goes beyond relief because it's three dimensional. It's not any type of standard relief. It goes beyond relief.
It goes beyond relief. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's the first product that we're launching underneath a new brand that we've created called X-Mint. The idea behind X-Mint is we're going to work with X-Mint employees, so to bring to life all the designs that they wanted
Clever.
to when they were at the mints, but never could. Like United States Mint, they can only produce coins based on what Congress tells them they can.
Right.
So, and all the designers have tons of ideas, and they come up with drawings that some got selected for an actual coin, but many didn't, or they had an idea and they want to do it. So, so that's kind of the genesis of the name X-Mint, is to work with X-Mint designers, engravers, directors, different people. Again, to bring to market all the coins that they wanted to, but never could.
Yeah.
So,
is there anyone in particular you're looking forward to working with?
There's a couple of but I don't want to say.
You don't want to say.
I don't want to say. I'm
Okay.
not saying until we can agreement with them. But
Understood.
I mean, I'll say this one. We're going to do some projects in the future with Jody Clark, who was worked for the British Royal Mint.
Yeah.
And was the design. He did the design of the last Queen's effigy, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So Jody's a great guy to work with. He's an incredibly talented designer. So that I'm going to be looking forward to, as well as a few more. Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Well, do you have anything else you want to mention or plug before we wrap things up?
No, I mean, it's just, the coin kind of speaks for itself. I mean, it literally is just, I'm
And
incredibly...
these are silver, right?
5 ounces of silver,
Beautiful.
legal tender. They're denominated by the Oglala Lakota Sioux.
Okay.
So it's, we tried to keep everything as close to the original Silver Eagle as possible. So this is 5 ounces of silver, but we had it denominated in $1 because the Silver Eagle is a $1 denomination. Normally on a 5 ounce, you'd probably make it a $10 or $50, that sort of thing, but different numbers. But we wanted to keep it as close as possible. But obviously, I don't think anyone can mistake this for just a regular Silver Eagle because it's just so different.
Yeah, and much larger. But
you can't stack it. You can't put it in your pocket because you could, but you're gonna. It's not gonna be good for the coin, right?
Yeah, bad for the coin, hurt your leg.
Yeah, and like I said, there's an entire series. We already know what the next 4 are going to be. We'll announce those as we get closer to each of them. So
where can people see those announcements?
We're going to be building out our website soon, and so it should be xmint.com.
Sweet.
And if not, we'll be putting some information up on rareco.com.
Okay.
Yeah.